Hello, Ragen here, and welcome to my channel. This week, I am working on Take You on a Trip, which is a adorable little travel trailer build. This is a kit that is sold at Hobby Lobby. I said I'm not a big fan of Hobby Lobby, but these kits are kind of killer, and you get what you can get. So whatever. I enjoy it. I've been enjoying this build. I was trying so hard to pace myself. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take a month to do it. I'm just going to work a couple hours every couple days and pace myself out and enjoy it, savor it. Really enjoy the kit. Are you kidding me? I sat down and blasted this thing in 2 days. I think the first time I sat down, I was sitting there for 12 hours and then another 5 hours, and then I was done, and that was it. And it was over. Why? Why do I do this to myself? I'm so mad. But I got through it. Like I said, I got through it a lot faster than I planned, but it was a lot of fun to build, and it was worth it. And now the only downfall is that it's not a full-sized actual travel trailer that I can go and take out camping. That is my dream, my goal one of these days, to have either some kind of a decent truck and a small trailer that I can pull behind it, or to have a motorhome of some sort to go camping in, because I absolutely have reached my limit with tent camping. I tend to camp now pretty regularly. It's something I really enjoy doing. But it's harder and harder for me to set up a tent. It's a lot of work to set up a tent. I don't know. And I've had the luxury of camping in campers and motorhomes with friends and stuff in the past, and it's just there's still work involved, and there's still you still have to deal with all your water tanks and all that stuff, and doing all that stuff, and leveling everything. And I mean, there's work, but it's not the same work as pitching a tent and tearing it down, and then being in a tent and only having that little thin sheet of material between you and the rest of the world. It's a little scary, a little terrifying. So to be fair, I think I've done my time when it comes to tent camping and car camping. I deserve, eventually to someday be able to have an RV to camp in. So hopefully one of these days. Anyway, until then, I will just continue to daydream and build cute little kits. But that's kind of the cool thing that I really enjoy about these kits is, it's just the rose garden, tea house. I would love to have a little shop like that somewhere, have a little garden, have rose bushes everywhere, and have little, tea. Be cool. It's the loft, the same thing, a nice little pad. I'm looking for a place to live right now to move to, and that is the most impossible thing to do. I don't think of my demands as being too crazy, but there's literally nothing. It's I don't want to pay, I have a limit. I have a budget. I have an amount of money that I have to work with to pay my bills. And I am trying to stay within my budget, and I'm trying to have enough bedrooms so that everybody can have enough room and be comfortable, and I have enough room for workspace. And I want to make sure that I can take my fur babies with me. So I need somewhere that allows pets. And I haven't been able to hit any of those marks. If I find a place that's pet friendly and is within my budget, they don't have enough bedrooms. If I find a place with enough bedrooms, and they have a no pet policy, and they, want too much for the rent. So I don't know. It's just pulling my hair out, trying to just find a place. And I know they're out there. There's got to be something out there somewhere. I even got to the point where I was like, just not even caring what state it was in. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, just nationwide. Let's just see if there's anything out there, I'm calling like, property management. I'm looking on, different websites and stuff, and of course there's all those like scammy places, which they're kind of obvious. They always stick out to me, that are the too good to be trues, and stuff like that. And then I found a couple that were like fixer upper places, but the places weren't even like livable to move into, stuff like that. Like, oh, in exchange for rent, you can live in my place that doesn't have toilets and fix it all up and just use the money to fix the place up and whatever. No, I don't, to move into like an older home that needs a little bit of work or something, that's one thing, but like I couldn't find anything that wasn't like gutted, you know what I mean? So that was out of the question. And then I don't have a whole lot of restrictions as far as where I live. I just need to be able to have some decent internet so that we can continue to interact with our, friends and family that are scattered all about everywhere, and be able to work from home and stuff, and for some reason that's too much to ask. So it's been a little stressful, a lot stressful. But I'm doing my best regardless of how stressful everything is, just to get through it. And I'm going to continue to try to just get through it, because there's really nothing else I can do but that. Just keep trying, just wake up every day, hopeful that it's going to be a better day than the last, and that, things will work out, because things usually work out one way or another. And even sometimes when I'm in the thick of it and things aren't working out the way that I wanted them to, they end up working out the way they needed to, so there's that, I always keep that in the back of my mind, is like, sometimes things have to happen a certain way or whatever. But I never thought it would be this difficult. just to find a place to move to. I've never had this much of a problem finding a place to live. It's just wild. It baffles me. Like, I don't understand. I know we do have this whole like housing shortage thing going on or whatever, but there's a lot more places listed. That's the weird part too, is there's a lot more places listed, but the prices are just like not even remotely real. I'm like, who do you have living there? Wow. How much money are people making? Like what? Because our median income does not match rents. Not even a little bit. Like, just who's qualifying for these things? How does this happen? This is wild. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now, is just looking for a place, trying to maintain my sanity, and building these little kits to keep myself occupied. And I'm also building some other stuff too. I'm working on a Willys MP Jeep Godzilla. It came out a couple of years ago. It's a little retro kit that I'm painting right now. I don't have it finished as far as the painting goes, because I didn't think I had the paints I needed for it, but of course I have the paints I needed for it. I just didn't, I looked right past them, but I do. So I'm having to like repaint, because I started off and then I started painting with colors I didn't want. That was really frustrating. So I'm fixing that. I'm also building a cutty sark, but I'm struggling to find the patience to do the sails on the cutty sark. So that's part of another build though, because I'm actually going to be kit bashing that into some type of dirigible, but I did want to at least like build the whole thing the way it's supposed to be and then go from there, but we'll get there. Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place right now. Things are a little chaotic, inside and out, but like I said, I'm still holding on to my optimism for dear life, and that's about all I can really do. And it's like every corner I turn, there's some different, thing, all these challenges and all these obstacles and all these, whatever, but just doing my best to get through the days and, get it together and go from there. That's all I can do. That's all anyone can do. But we had a good Christmas. We did have a good Christmas. We didn't have a tree this year, and we didn't have traditional Christmas dinner this year. And it was so wildly different than what we normally do that I kind of liked it, It was nice to have that little change from, break tradition a little, Yeah, we ended up just doing some I got some frozen meatballs and some jarred marinara sauce, and I threw it in the crock pot, and we had meatball subs and hung out and watched some movies and just took it easy and relaxed and just had a day as a family. It was great. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So yeah, it was nice. I had this image of Christmas in my head for a long time. I was like, well, I just can't function unless it's that way. You know what I mean? And there were times when I really beat myself up trying to make sure that I was hitting the marks, the Christmas tree up and fully decorated and, traditional Christmas dinner and make the table and have everybody here and go through all these, hoops and stuff. And, it's not nearly as important as I kind of painted myself in the corner of thinking it was, So yeah, much better now. Now that I've had that experience, and it wasn't different because it had to be as different because I just wanted it to be. So yeah, it went well. And I'm so glad that 2022 is coming to a close. It's almost over. Because there was a point there where I wasn't even sure I was going to make it. It's been so hectic and so wild, and it'll be nice to just fresh start, new year, and hope for the best. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and get off of here. This is my progress so far. I've got the wheels. Got a lot of the basics glued together, and I will see you again in a couple days, and we will finish knocking this out. And thanks for watching. Please share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye.